guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about our most anticipated book releases of 2023. There are so many that are coming out this year and there is a lot that we are excited for.
Today we compiled a list of the ones we're most looking forward to, and honestly a lot of them sounded good, but we only picked 6 each, so we'd have the top ones that we're really excited for. The first one on my list is All the Dangerous Things by Stacey Willingham. This release date is actually January 10th, so that's today while we're recording it. By the time you guys see this, it will already be out. I've actually read another book by this author, A Flicker in the Dark. I read this one at the beginning of last year, and I do remember enjoying it. I just don't think I loved the end. However, I do want to make sure I read multiple books by each author so I can get a better understanding if I like their writing style, and this one I'm actually really interested in. In this story, we're following a girl named Isabel, and she hasn't slept in over a year. Besides these blackouts she has been in a state of severe insomnia since the night her toddler was stolen out from her crib. As the case turns cold, Isabel turns to a shady true crime podcaster for help, and it says that's when things really get dark and thrillery. I like the idea of having an unreliable narrator since she has these strange blackouts and doesn't know what happens. I'm ready to read it. It's another mystery thriller that I've had on my radar, and this one will be out today, so maybe I should get it.
One that I'm really excited for this year is The Brothers Hawthorne by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I just read The Inheritance Games last year and I really liked them. They were really simple, easy YA reads. I thought they were really entertaining and I really loved the characters. So The Brothers Hawthorne is going to include the 4 brothers and 2 new missions. It says they must dig deep to decide who they want to be and what each of them will sacrifice to win. I know a lot of people were pretty disappointed with who Avery picks at the end of the Inheritance Games trilogy, so I'm pretty interested to see if the author has changed anything going into these new Hawthorne legacy books. So I'll be reading this book specifically to see what's going to happen with all of this drama. This book does come out August 29th.
My next book is by Grady Hendrix, the only horror author that I've read so far, and his new book is called How to Sell a Haunted House. It comes out January 17th, so pretty soon, and this is one that I'm definitely going to want to pick up. I thought it was really interesting that he had the story take place pretty much where we are in time, so right after the COVID pandemic. Basically, they're 2 estranged siblings. They could not be any more different, and both of their parents end up passing after the virus. So they're kind of left with all the repercussions. They're having to sell this home and deal with all of the financial things. But when they get to the house, they realize that before their parents passed, they had boarded up all the windows, covered the mirrors, and strange things like this. So they're really trying to figure out what happened. I have read a couple Grady Hendrix books, and I liked them. I'm waiting to find one I love, and hopefully it'll be this one.
Okay, the next one I really want to read is called The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz. This one does come out February 21st, so very soon. This is a mystery thriller and our main character has the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go to this month-long writing retreat. They must all complete an entire novel from scratch during the next month, and the author of the best one will receive a life-changing 7-figure publishing deal. But when one of the writers vanishes during a snowstorm, Alex realizes that something very sinister is afoot. It says this is a claustrophobic and propulsive thriller exploring the dark side of friendship and fame. The Writing Retreat is the unputdownable debut novel from a compelling new talent. You guys know we've been on a mystery thriller kick, so I'm sure I'm gonna grab this one when it comes out.
So the next one I have here is In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. We have loved every book we've read by TJ Klune. This is his most recent release. It comes out April 25th, and I will be in line to pick it up. I love the cover. It kind of fits the same theme as his other 2 books. It says that this book is inspired by Pinocchio, but also has modern tales like WALL-E. I love WALL-E. Every time we read his writing, we know we're gonna cry because they're always so whimsical and heartfelt and magical, so I'm so ready for this one to come out. I will be purchasing it.
The next 2 I have is Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey. That comes out February 7th, and then Unfortunately Yours, also by Tessa Bailey. That one comes out on June 7th. I absolutely loved Tessa Bailey's It Happened One Summer and Hook, Line, and Sinker. They were such fun, cute romance books, so I'm really excited for these. Secretly Yours is a grumpy sunshine romance, and then Unfortunately Yours is a marriage for convenience romance, which I have never read one of those before, but I'm really interested. Tessa Bailey really just writes the most perfect rom-coms, so I will definitely be picking up Secretly Yours next month.
A romance book I'm actually really excited for is Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. I really enjoyed Every Summer After by her this past summer, and I wasn't sure that I was going to. It really surprised me. This book comes out May 2nd, and it says a random connection sends two strangers on a day-long adventure where they make a promise that one keeps and the other breaks with life-changing effects. This sounds so good already. I don't know what it's going to entail. I'm kind of glad it's not a sequel, just a new story but the same aesthetic.
See, I would read that.
Yeah.
Since it's not a combination of two books that I've read before, like Every Summer After was. The next one I have is Finley Donovan Jumps the Gun by Elle Cosimano. This one comes out January 31st. I actually really loved the first book, Finley Donovan is Killing It. I still haven't read the second one yet, but I do have it. I honestly don't know why I haven't read it yet. It's such a good, fun, cozy mystery thriller that also has little romance in it. It has everything in it. I guess she got herself involved with the mob in the second book, so now she owes them a favor in the third one. This one comes out really soon, so maybe we'll take a Barnes & Noble trip and I'll add it to my collection of other books that I need to get to.
The newest book in the Never After series by Emily McIntyre is coming out this year, and it's called Twisted. This one comes out February 7th, so soon as well, and this whole series is fractured fairy tales where the villains win, they're dark romances, and this one is a twist on Aladdin. So that is so cool. I believe the other ones in the series followed Peter Pan, The Lion King, Wizard of Oz, and now Aladdin. I can't wait to see what other ones she comes up with, but this one sounds good. Basically, our main character is supposed to have an arranged marriage, and she's really in love with a servant, someone her father wouldn't deem worthy. So she ends up striking a deal with Julian, her father's right-hand man, and I'm thinking this is our Jafar. And villains win in this series, so I'm very excited to see what happens. Arranged marriage, age gap, I think, enemies to lovers. I'm ready for it.
The next one I have is The Only One Left by Riley Sager. This one comes out June 20th. I really liked Lock Every Door by Riley Sager, and I still need to read The House Across the Lake. This one is basically about a young caregiver who is assigned to work for a woman who has been accused of killing her entire family. Decades ago though, it's fine.
Oh, a long time ago.
Now she's actually mute, so she can't really talk about anything. To communicate with this girl, she starts typewriting. The woman ends up wanting to tell the caregiver that it actually wasn't her. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. I say it was her. The ending of Lock Every Door was crazy, so I'm hoping that's gonna happen again with this one.
The last one here on my list is A Yellow Face by R.F. Kuang. I have multiple books by this author that I am dying to read. I just haven't yet, but it will happen this year because I want to add this to my collection. This comes out May 25th, and this is a very anticipated release for a lot of people, me included. It says this story takes on questions of diversity, racism, and cultural appropriation, not only in the publishing industry, but in the persistent erasure of Asian American voices and the history by Western white society. This sounds so good. I believe the story is about an author stealing an Asian author's writing, publishing it as her own, and getting away with it. So I know this is gonna be a very powerful story. I can't wait to read it, and I'm obsessed with the cover as well.
These are just a few of the books that are coming out this year that we are really looking forward to reading, but there are so many more, so let us know in the comments what your most anticipated release is.
If you are interested in any of the ones we talked about today, we will have all of them listed on our Amazon storefront, so that will be in the description. We do post new book videos every Wednesday and Friday. We do also want to start adding more videos to that, so be expecting those. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time. This release date is actually January 10th.
Did you say release?
Did I? We have loved every book we've read by TJ Klune.
It's just one for me. I've only read one.
What is this?
The sun.
Oh, okay. Even though she really is in love with this street rat and
Street rat?
That's what they call Aladdin!
Okay.
Should I not say that?
Don't really talk about anything, but to communicate with this girl, she starts typewriting. And she tells her that she wants to tell her that. She tells her that she